why most video ads fail and what video metrics usually matter. So this is a really good one from Search Engine Land. And, essentially, because we never really talk about video and specific video ads, but I think, the key thing here that I took away from this, there's two things I took. One, this article says that the first 5 seconds in the video are the most important and are essentially the negotiation phase for someone that's going to decide whether they continue watching after 5 seconds. So that's what this article says. The second is and I actually agree with this. The higher production value correlates with lower performance. That's something with this article. I agree with it 100%. I mean, we see it with clients. We see it with our own video. We launched actually. We managed a B2C product for the holidays, and it was basically just a test for the holidays to see how sellable it would be. And we did an actual a full ad campaign using AI created videos, and it was interesting. And then we boosted them, had a whole sponsoring on TikTok, on X, on Instagram, Meta, and the underlying of what I found, when we looked at the data was exactly what this article is saying by Search Engine Land, which is the ones that were more polished and looked better, the results were worse. Almost like if you're a brand and you have an extremely large media budget and an extremely large production budget, cut it in half or a third and low budget your ads, seriously, and use that extra budget for media. I mean, honestly. So I thought this was just a fascinating one that we often don't talk a lot about in our Brick Marketing Lives. So I thought this was a good one. So Catherine, any thoughts on this one?
For this one, I was thinking about my own video viewing habits. And for me, I do tend to favor videos that are less produced,
Yeah.
just because I'm typically looking for a quick hit of information or something like that. And what I found is that I will click away from the video after about 5 seconds. And let's just say that an ad pops up and I've not gotten to the point where I am ready to admit that I'm not done with the content. I get annoyed with that ad and I try to click it away. Or I'll go out of my way to pay for subscription service so I don't even have to see ads. So for me, this article was interesting because it goes to show you that this probably is indicative of people's consumer habits for how they consume video content to begin with.
Yeah. No, I think it's a good point. John, what's your thought? Because I know you are involved on the video side. So
Yeah,
what's your
I
thought?
think the biggest thing that this article gets right is the first 5 seconds is the most critical point in any video, because especially in short form, because in short form, you're just scrolling. If something doesn't catch your eye, you're done, right?
I
They're
know.
gone.
I know it's hard, man. I try, even like my videos
Yeah.
that I do. It's hard. It's hard to like get to the point in 5 seconds when
Yeah.
just saying my name takes 2 seconds.
And that's
Right.
and that's where I think some of what it says is wrong, specifically about like production value. I think traditional production value, it's very easy to spot when something's an ad because it's like you can tell it has amazing cameras, it has
Right.
whatever. But I think that where the production should be put in is with editing and putting
Yep.
time into that to have like retention grabbing graphics or
Right.
animations and stuff like that. And I think that's where people will stick to it. And the best ad that I've seen recently was on Instagram. I was scrolling and I didn't even realize it was an ad. It was just he was an older man who had a product for some windshield wiper, some sort of coating that goes on your windshield. And I watched the entire 2-minute advertisement.
Great.
And by the time I realized it was an ad, I didn't care anymore. I was just interested in what the guy had to say. So I think you
That's
need
great.
to have you have to be personable,
Right.
and your production cost should go into editing and that rather than making the best ad possible.